Hello everyone and welcome to day 6, our last sewing day of the sew along. Today we'll be attaching the skirt to the top for our Kelli and Charli dresses. Let's start by doing a step that I probably should have done yesterday, but it just occurred to me. I wanted to baste the skirt just so it makes it easier when we attach them together. Remember on day 1 I basted the fronts together at the waistline, and I want to do the same thing for the skirt just to make sure that nothing will shift, everything will stay together. So I'm just basting the two fronts of the skirt along the waistline, about 3/8 of an inch seam allowance, so this way it's included in the 1/2 inch and I don't have to worry about removing the basting stitches if I forget. They won't be visible. It just will help me keep everything in place for the next step. Sometimes an extra step, like a basting one, saves you way more time in the long run, because if you missed one of the layers in the when attaching the skirt, then you're going to have to seam rip and reattach, and it's way more time than if you were to just baste them together like I am right now. Okay, that's it. So now you want to mark the center front of your skirt, and the center back is already marked by the seam. And same thing for the top. We're going to want to mark the center front of the top at the waistline. The back again is marked by the seam. If you're doing the kids option, mark the center back as well. So I'm bringing the side seams together, finding the center and marking it. So now all I have to do is pin in place right sides together at the waistline, my skirt and my top, matching the center points and the side seams. So make sure that you have your skirt and your top at the right sides together with the seam allowances open. Keep your seam allowances open to reduce the bulk. Okay, like so. And then the back. Everything is 1-to-1 ratio, so there should be no stretching. Okay, see the back and the back of the skirt both have a side seam, have a center seam. Then we made it to the ruching part. Again, keep your side seams open, and there is a lot of bulk here. So be cautious of the bulk when you stitch, and go slow on this side. Okay, these are the center points. We're gonna match those. Our raw edges. A lot of layers there, so again be cautious when you stitch. And I'm going to stitch the waist with a triple stretch stitch. I want the elasticity and I also want the strength, and I'm trying to avoid using my serger or cover stitch, and I have made it. Look at me. Do I get a prize for not using my serger and cover stitch on this project? I should reward myself, because it's rare. Okay, so everything is pinned in place. Let's go ahead and stitch all around with a 1/2 inch seam allowance. keeping those side seams open. Oh, I'm on a basting stitch. Again, I forgot to change my stitch. I was wondering why it's going so fast. It's okay, we can just remove that basting stitch out. And we can always remove any additional threads left over from all our basting when we finish the project. When you go press it, all those threads will be very visible, I can promise you that. I have actually a pair of snips right by my iron because I always see threads that I thought I cut but I didn't when I go press my garment. So, tip of the day, keep a pair of snips by your iron. Okay, we are on the back now. Those raw edges aligned. And of course, if you want to finish this raw edge with your serger, you can certainly do that. And we have closed the circle. All we have left to do right now is grab the sleeves and hem the sleeves if you have not done so before, and then enjoy your project. Wow, this is gorgeous. I need a place to go to now. I need somewhere to go. Okay, let me hem, because then I'm gonna get distracted and I forget to hem my sleeves. So I'm going to hem my sleeves with that overlock because I liked how it looked. At 5 and at 4. There you go. And this will keep the look of the dress consistent. So remember, we had that memory hem from when we attached the sleeves. Now you can just hem it with a twin needle, a zigzag stitch, an overcasting stitch, stretch stitch, your cover stitch, so many options. One last sleeve and then we are done. If your sleeve is narrow, especially with a Charli dress, stitch from the inside with your presser foot on the inside of your sleeve. And this is it. We have completed our Kelli and Charli dresses. I hope you enjoyed this sew along. I know it was very requested in the main group. And as always, all the videos and blog posts will remain available. So even if you're not able to join us right now and you want some video assistance with your dresses, you can always refer back to the Parents for Pirates blog. The dress is complete. Let me zoom you out a little bit. It looks so pretty. I'm going to go ahead and trim the threads. Trim the excess threads. I'm going to give it a good final steam press at the waist, at the sleeves, and everywhere else. And I can't wait to try it on. Thank you so much for joining me and Parents for Pirates in this sew along. Make sure that you comment with your finished Kelli dress or Charli dress in the comments of day 6 photo of the sew along album. You can find the sew along album in the Made for Mermaids and Parents for Pirates group on Facebook, and that's where we'll be picking the winners for the sew along. We'll do that on Tuesday, so there's a little bit of time to catch up if you're running behind or you want to start a second or third project. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you in my next one. Bye!